He's here. Now, broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, everybody. This is Hour 2. I am Mark Levin. The government's been shut down for several hours. Obama says today we can't have a government shutdown. Well, the government's shut down. 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Jason Chaffetz is a congressman from Utah. He heads a major committee, the House Oversight Committee in the House of Representatives. He has announced that he is running for Speaker of the House against Kevin McCarthy. Now, I've said Kevin McCarthy is Eric Cantor with 10 less IQ points, and I believe that's been demonstrated over the last week. I believe it's been demonstrated over the last several years. And I do not believe he has a conservative bone in his body, not one that he's willing to stand with, not one that he's willing to embrace. Jason Chaffetz, he's not the kind of conservative that I embrace. But sometimes you got to make a choice between Eric Cantor, who has, Kevin McCarthy, 10 IQ points less than Eric Cantor, maybe 30 actually, and Chaffetz. When Chaffetz went after Mark Meadows, who was a subcommittee chairman on behalf of Boehner, and pushed him out of that slot, I called Chaffetz a sanctimonious fraud. After I called him a sanctimonious fraud and had Representative Meadows on this program, Mr. Chaffetz reversed course and reinstituted Mr. Meadows as chairman of the subcommittee. So this is the situation. There's a third gentleman, Daniel Webster, who was the Speaker of the House, I believe, of the Florida legislature. This guy is an unabashed conservative. Janice, Troy, Michigan, let's bring her right up, may we, on the Mark Levin app? Go.
Hi, Mark. I follow Conservative Review faithfully, and in fact, I've been trying to get a number of conservative liberty leaders in Michigan to start making calls for the Speaker of the House. And when I heard you say Daniel Webster, I was shocked because he has a D rating on Conservative Review, and that is...
What? I didn't say who I support. I'm telling you who's running.
Okay, because Daniel
Webster... But Daniel Webster is considered the most conservative. Mr. Producer, will you check Conservative Review and Daniel Webster's rating? He's part of the Freedom Caucus. Louis Gohmert's endorsing him. I'm not sure you're looking at the right congressman.
Oh, I am. And Jim Jordan from Ohio, who is the chair of the Freedom Caucus, has been making some sounds as though if he were drawn into it, he might consider.
No, he won't run. He said he's not running.
But then actually, I talked to a staffer of his this morning.
Okay, Janice. This is what I'm trying to avoid. This is what's troubling me. I am telling you where it stands right now. I'm asking you how you would vote, and you're saying, well, we need to persuade Jim Jordan to run. He won't. Okay, great. Let's persuade him. How about Louis Gohmert? Would you like to see him as Speaker?
Well, I thought so until I saw him endorse Daniel Webster.
So Louis Gohmert doesn't measure up. All right, thank you for your call. Well, then nobody measures up. So Daniel Webster from Florida is a D? Then what the hell are they backing him for? Now that makes things interesting. Janice went on the Conservative Review, did exactly what she should have, even though she thinks she's going to persuade Jim Jordan to run. I don't think she is. Chaffetz is a B, so Chaffetz has a better rating than Webster? Well, doesn't that kind of answer the question? Maybe it doesn't. The question remains. Who would you vote for? Conservative Review, the gold standard, with its Liberty score, rates Daniel Webster a D. It rates Jason Chaffetz a B. And Kevin McCarthy an F. Our friend Louis Gohmert, and he is, supports Daniel Webster. Very, very interesting. I was checking out Conservative Review this morning to see which candidates are actually supporting a true conservative platform. First thing I noticed, there are so many of these candidates who have zero record of actually being conservatives. That's why Conservative Review has created these presidential profiles so you can be sure of exactly where the candidates stand. And even in this race for Speaker, Majority Leader, Majority Whip, you can look, just as Janice did for Michigan, and said, wait a minute, Webster's a D. Conservative Review puts all this information in one place and gives a clear picture of who will actually help us get this country back on track. Conservative Review is updating these profiles all the time to make sure you have the latest information about every major candidate. And I know you, my loyal listeners, don't have the time to catch every story or statement these candidates make, so let Conservative Review find all the information for you. This is the gold standard. Take 2 minutes, sign up at conservativereview.com today, arm yourself with the facts.